Steve Young Report, brought to you by your Tri-State Buick GMC dealers. Steve, welcome back. How you doing, my friend?
Michael, great. Great to hear from you. It's that time of year, I guess.
It is. So let's start with the story of the day, and that's the end of the Cowboy and Giant game. Number one, the thing that befuddles us most is that Eli told Rashad Jennings not to score when there was about 2 minutes left on the clock. And Don and I have been searching. We're not that bright, and we can't find one reason why you would not want to be up by 10. Can you help us out?
You can't. You don't know the 10-point play? You obviously don't realize that there's a 10-point play that they were trying to avoid.
See, we missed it.
No, I mean, it's a mess up from the beginning. The idea that you don't want to score was foolish because you're thinking to yourself, if we score too early, leave too much time. No, you're up 2 scores. Put the points up. There's so many screw-ups, royal screw-ups. It's not close. I mean, and that's why I appreciate Eli, I appreciate Coach coming on right after the game and go, look, we royally screwed up. No messing around, so we don't have to debate it. Everyone knows. You should have put the points up if you could have. They had a nice drive together. Absolutely put it in the end zone. Absolutely, you cannot throw the football unless you've got. Look, I don't mind trying to end the game, but you're telling Rashard not to score, and now you're going to throw it in the end zone. That's what doesn't. So it continually gets more bewildering in their behavior. But clearly, everyone knows what should have happened. Go ahead and score. If you're going to throw on third down, it's either for sure or you sack. I mean, it's just fun. These are fundamental high school stuff, and I know Eli felt the same way about it.
It's so strange because, it's one thing, he's been known to make his share of errors physically, but we've never known him to have a mental meltdown like this. I mean, this is a 12-year veteran. He's played in 2 Super Bowls. Nothing's bigger than that. So is it odd to see a veteran have that kind of a mental breakdown? Yeah,
it is. I mean, it's a shock to the system at the beginning of the season. Maybe just being those live bullets in opening day, and your mind isn't just as sharp and calculating as it obviously would be later in the year. Usually in the preseason, you go through some mental gymnastics with your coaches to kind of, give you scenarios. And we used to sit in meeting rooms with Mike Shanahan, remember, he's Mr. Go over it 1,000 times, and he'd give us scenarios. Okay, it's, you're down by 4, down by 7, it's plus 17 seconds, 10 seconds, 5, whatever it is. Kept going over, okay, what do you do? Timeout, yes, no. And so he empowered the quarterback to make those big decisions, which I thought was very useful. And obviously something was missing yesterday in that kind of preparation, because Eli is clearly, and I felt like I could see in his mannerisms right after the moment, even when he threw the ball away, when the camera went to him, I think his mind was, what am I doing? And so I'm not doubting Eli's ability to kind of handle this. He's proven that. But everybody makes these, kind of critical mistakes, and hopefully it doesn't prove to be critical for the season.
Now, Steve, obviously on the other end, Tony Romo did a great job. And I know he's never won a Super Bowl and doesn't have the greatest record in big games. But is this guy criticized too much for the skill set that he brings to the party? I think he's a pretty darn good quarterback.
Yeah. Kind of mute. The narrative that's been working against Tony for a long time is that he can't do it in the big game, or is that he's erratic. He does it great, and then he doesn't, then there's a big disaster. There's a 4-touchdown game and then a 4-interception game. I'd like to talk a little bit about, just the defense yesterday for the Giants in the last drive. I mean, my gosh, that last play, you sit up about 3 yards in the end zone waiting for Jason Witten to come at you. I'm sorry to deflect attention from Tony, but there was mess ups in a lot of places over the last minute 30 on both sides of the ball.